Hey guys, it's Kevin and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be going over what's on my Mac, so let's get started. Alright, so this is the Mac I've been using. It's the 14-inch MacBook Pro with M1 Pro. I featured this in my other videos and it's awesome. I did have the MacBook Air with M1, but since I'm editing a lot more videos, I wanted more power. And this can handle every app I throw at it. Final Cut Pro, Pixelmator Pro, Logic Pro, Handbrake, Calculator. It's the best Mac I've ever used. Now let's talk about my desktop. I keep it very clean and rarely have anything on it. I'm a neat person online and offline. So I do have a dual display setup with the MacBook Pro as my primary display and the LG monitor as my secondary display. I mainly use apps on the MacBook Pro since it looks a lot nicer with the 120Hz mini LED display. But if I need more screen real estate, then I'll move the app to the LG monitor in full screen or split view. Next up is the dock. I'll go from left to right. Finder is pretty straightforward. It helps me find and organize my files. Then there's Tweetbot. This is my preferred Twitter client. I like the UI more than the official Twitter app. I also have the iPhone and iPad app so my timeline position stays in sync no matter what device I use. Next is Safari, which is my main browser of choice. Again, it syncs with my other devices, tabs, passwords, and bookmarks. It's also more power efficient than Chrome. Then there's basic apps like Messages and Mail. I'm team Apple Music because of lossless audio and spatial audio, and the integration between hardware and software. There's more basic apps like Photos and Calendar. Now, I've been using reminders and notes a lot more lately. I used to just memorize everything, but these apps help me keep track of things whether it's YouTube content or bills. Moving on to the creativity apps that make all the YouTube videos happen. So Pixelmator Pro is my photo editing app. It's a one-time purchase, no subscription required. I find the UI more friendly than Adobe apps, and my edits automatically sync in iCloud. Next up is my video editor of choice, Final Cut Pro. This is where I edit all of my videos. I'm still a beginner, but I learned so much already. Transitions, effects, color correction, channel EQ, even keyboard shortcuts. This app is pricey, but if you're serious about video editing, then I highly recommend it. Then there's Audacity. I record my voiceovers here, then export it and import it into Final Cut Pro to fine-tune it. And the rest of the apps on the dock are App Store, FaceTime, and System Preferences. I'll be sure to link the apps I mentioned in the description box below. And that brings us to my other apps. I mainly use first-party apps because of the ecosystem, so I won't go over everything. In the Launchpad, I use Podcasts for listening to podcasts and Pages for my scripts. I do type out everything I'm going to say, that way I can proofread and make sure I don't forget anything. Numbers is for planning content. I have a spreadsheet that lists out the videos I want to create, the day I should start it, and the day it goes live. There's other built-in apps, utility apps, and pro apps. I do want to learn how to use Motion one day for those nice motion graphics. On the second page, I have Apple Configurator. It's only for pairing the Apple TV to my Mac so I can install a beta profile. Next is Deliveries, which is for tracking packages, and it syncs to my other devices. I don't have any at the moment, but I can put a note showing what I ordered, and the location and delivery date will show up too. Developer is for coding videos. I used to create iOS apps, but video editing is my new hobby. Next is Magnet. I don't know why macOS doesn't have a built-in window management besides full screen and split view. This app allows me to move a window and snap it in place, left, right, up, down, and even corners. I rarely use shortcuts on the Mac, but I do use it on iPhone. I set an automation to automatically turn on low power mode when my battery is at 20%, or change my Apple Watch face depending on the day. Silicon doesn't do much, it just shows which apps are not optimized for Apple Silicon. I don't use Tooth Fairy that much anymore, but it allows me to connect a Bluetooth device like AirPods Pro with a keyboard shortcut, and it shows the battery level in the menu bar. The Unarchiver is for unzipping files, and Wiper is my Safari extension for blocking ads. Moving on to my 4K apps. These allow me to download videos, pictures, and music from the web. Next is Aldente. I keep my Mac plugged in most of the time, and this app can set a max charging limit. Mine is set at 80%, so it'll never charge past that. App Cleaner is for uninstalling apps, and Google Chrome is my backup browser. I use Handbrake for converting videos, and Ina, is that how you pronounce it, for watching videos. I did use VLC, but the UI for Ina is more modern. Logic Options Plus is for my MX Master 3, the best mouse I've ever used. The only downside is that scrolling is not as smooth as a trackpad. Screens Connect is for remotely logging into my Mac from my iPad Pro. TunnelBear is my VPN app, and I have Microsoft Office. And the last apps are Home, which is used to control my lights and TV, stocks, voice memos, and news. And that's it for what's on my Mac. Let me know what your favorite apps are and which apps you would recommend for me to try. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!